like some bloated monstrosity. What's happening in camp? There's some reports, sodden parchment. The day our family shall be bonded. But remember, let them all right now. Some bride died there. Okay. That's fine. Notice board someone's put up. I think we checked the notice board. Hello? Knickers is, by and large, a polite dog who heels, shakes, paws, and on a good day even sits when instructed to do so, especially when his ears are given a good scratching beforehand. One day, however, Knickers strayed from the Lyrian retinue, lured by an appetizing scent. The wafting aroma led him to a cavern from which not a single light escaped. To enter or not? He pondered it for a moment, licking his snout and tilting his head. In the end, he decided that the world belongs to the brave. He let out 2 quick barks and leapt into the darkness. Oh no, Knickers, please don't die. Help Knickers reach the end of the cave without turning back and collecting all super wine on the way. Use your leader ability. Would Knickers have died if I didn't do this? I hope not. Oh, Knickers reach the end of the cave without turning back and collecting. Where can you go? Oh, here. What are these? Shadow. Okay. Your ability, move Knickers. Okay, so it's literally not even like a rush. Okay, so that must be the end. Is that just wine? So, how do we want to do this? If we go across, down, cross, like that. Does that work? Down, cross. Really hope the wine isn't the end. And it doesn't go fail. I didn't say. Okay. Where's the gas gun? Yeah. Yep. Yep. What? I'm just sniffing through the stale bones. Like, what is this? Smells delicious. Okay, so how do we do this? If we go like 1, 2, cross, down, 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 up. How did I just do that? Like this? Ooh. Delicious. I made all this elf and onion soup. Elf and ear soup. Menus. Delicacy. Sniffing through the bones. Sniffing through the bones. Soup made of elves and onion. Finger in here. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniff, sniff, sniff. These are allies, apparently. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniff, sniff, sniff. We did it. We did it. What did that? Is that just that Knickers live? I hope so.
In evading Nilfgaard's banners, Meve led her force into Ang's wildest reaches. The foe could not attack the Lyrians there, yet hazards of another sort befell them. One day they reached a quagmire too vast and deep to ford. So the Queen summoned her engineer, Xavier, and called on him to build a makeshift bridge. By nightfall, he had drawn up plans.
We shall start by laying abutments, then drive piles into the mire.
The depth?
We dropped plumb lines. 4 Ls.
Consumed by the plans, Meve did not see slit a line off his shoulder. By the time she felt it on throat, she feared ropes.
I long awaited this moment, when we would be alone. You die now, Majesty, and with you dies Lyria's, Rivia's, the whole North will to resist. Hail, Ketzer, hail!
What died was the Nilfgaardian rallying cry in Xavier. The last instant, Gascon and Reynard rushed in to save the warrior queen, and thus proved their loyalty beyond any doubt.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
There was no answer, but Reynard could hear her breathe.
So everyone betrayed me.
Would live. It was several hours later when Meve finally came to. She opened her eyes, Gascon and Reynard to her feet.
Careful, Your Majesty.
I should have been more careful. Damn it. If you two hadn't...
No need for words. You needn't.
disagree more. We're due for a long conversation. First of all, I owe you thanks. Second, my trust in you both is heavily tarnished. I believe that goes without saying. Yet today you proved beyond all doubt that I can rely on. So I thank you.
Serve under your banner, Majesty. An honor.
Differently, but Reynard seems to have the right idea.
Very well. We've reassured ourselves for what... We've matters to which we must attend. Lay that sit about with your thumbs up your bums. Have you at Xavier sided with the Empire?
In a manner of speaking. Yes.
Your Grace. The rogue who lunged at you, in truth, was one Walter Epwin, a Nil spy.
Makes sense. He saved my life in Mahakam, on the bridge.
So,
In one of the letters we found, Ep orders Gwalter to watch over Elder-in-Chief Hoog.
Saved my life.
The Scoia'tains was sent by Nilfgaard to recruit dwarves, but their commander, the Vixen, they feared she'd herself to avoid.
Naturally. For someone else's power, someone not so neutrally inclined. Someone to aid me, gods forbid. How?
Found in his toolbox a concealed compartment, letters inside. Though encrypted, he managed to decipher them. They were the Grey Rider for you to read.
The swine. An Imperial spy in my ranks this whole time. Why?
He'd only just received the order. Another letterbox signed by Eb Dahi stated, to Gwalter Eb Luinoch, 8M, at first opportunity.
Honourless bastards. They'll stop.
you'll get getting riled. No sense to it. This is good news.
Is that...
Think. Ep Dahi had a spy. He knew our movements, had his eye on us, his finger on the pulse, our who we parlayed with, and yet he didn't order your assassination. Well, clearly so much changed. Congratulations. Nilfgaard fears you now.
And rightly so. But... we found him in Rosberg. It's the ashes.
Precisely what placed him...
We suspect Walter enlisted with the Edanians some years past. Hated that army.
He had a hand in Rosberg's defence. When the time he lent that same hand to its demise.
Scar.
Caused the nation that took its walls. It worked, but at a price. Offered turns. If not for our medics, he'd have...
Stop. Elves who brought about the fort's fall as he claimed.
To stoke of racial hatred. To stir conflict and chaos, and that would make the realm of Edirn waver and fall.
If which by Raylan, he was rather successful.
Bastard. Yet even so, not for a moment did he drop his mummer's act.
I've heard much of Nilfgaard. They're trained from childhood, face constant indoctrination by the Emperor, anything and everything. As soon as Walter spotted a chance to join our ranks, to be at your side, he took it, ably.
We've talked. Form up. Move on.
Majesty, you ought to rest. Your stance, you're too sure.
Only my horse needs step true.
Meve, I've had enough of you. No time to play the hero.
I'm not Gascon. The opposite act swamps. They terrify me. I wish to get the hell look.
The Aruga lies near. I
time
sent
we
scouts
move on.
ahead. They've secured to Red Lobington.
Splendid. Sound the horns. We march.
Because Renarde. Did he get kicked out of the deck? Yeah. Because he's now rated plus. Give one charge to units with depleted order abilities loyalty. Repeat this. Oh wait, so every time I use an ability, he'll reset. They eliminate M first opportunity. She's useless this time, but Lyria gorillas to sleep. For the potential danger to the Empire. Once we for certain orders go to balance stress as a beggar, you get further instructions. Interesting. So I can send someone as a beggar.